Well, hi again, Rachel here. And today I am excited to talk about why journaling is a power tool for leaders. It's a power tool for everyone, but really for corporate world leaders, executives, my sense is it gives you an edge that will help you be more strategic, be more productive, be more clear and confident in everything you do. No joke. So let's jump into why journaling is a power tool for you as a leader in the world and corporate. And if you don't know this, I have a journal called Pause the Journal. I have it right here in front of me. It's called Pause the Journal. It came out this February, and it's about how to use intentional writing to create your dreams. It's 90 days of journaling and prompts and blank pages so that you can maximize this as a power tool. So if who's journal fan these days? Who here is a fan? Just let me know. Give yourself a high five in the air or a pat on the back if you are a journaler right now. Or maybe you're more like me. Like literally, I am an intermittent journaler. Some people are intermittent fasters. I'm an intermittent journaler, meaning I'll go journal for like 10 days and then I won't journal for like a little while. And then I'll go back in and I'll do like 4 days and then I won't journal. Or maybe I'll do a couple days, but it really just depends on my needs. And I sense when I need it. So whether you're an intermittent journaler like me or a journal fanatic, or you're just kind of like, nope, journaling's not my thing, it's all good. And if you're actually on that side of the spectrum where you're saying, yeah, you know what, it's just not for me, cool. Like, I love that you're here even to be open to possibilities of what's different. Because what I'm going to share with you might just tempt you to try it again. Okay. So here's what's going on with journaling. And I think this stat speaks for itself. But overall, when you journal, your well-being and your mood can improve. And what that means is we've actually had research done where if you journal for as little as 2 minutes a day for even 2 consecutive days, then and it actually has to be emotionally significant for you, right? So it's not like I went to the store, I bought bread, I came home, I went to bed. Like, that's a little dry, right? So it's literally like timer for 2 minutes. What did you experience today? And how was it emotionally significant for you? Research tells us that it improves your mood and well-being. I think that's pretty amazing. I cite that all the time. And it's true, right? So we're actually allowing our brains to design our future, which is actually the next reason why it's a power tool. When you write about what you've done in the day or your experiences, or even imagining how you want to feel or be in your day, and that's what the world of Pause the Journal is all about, then you are creating a terrific way and actually like a conduit and a path to be intentional with yourself so that you're set up for success. And I think about this like visioning, right? We all know this from the athletic world. Athletes vision their race, their pre-game race, right? When they're back on the floor doing nothing other than visualizing, they see themselves out there in the field doing their race, winning, doing what they need to do, going through those motions. And that's exactly what the journaling provides for you, right? You can design your future. I think that's awesome. When you journal, you can literally drop in and be more present. You can notice using your 5 senses and write that down, right? So what do you experience about your day? It actually allows you to be more creative as well. And you not only have to describe what happened, but you get to share what happened. Maybe you felt more excited and you say that. Maybe you felt nervous. Maybe you were hungry, right? It's just about how did it make you feel, and giving yourself that platform for literally free form drawing or writing and see what appears. There might be visions you have, or like you let yourself doodle and you could just come into that space. They're really excellent ways to just prime your creativity as well as be present. When you journal, another reason it's a power tool is it activates new neural circuitry. I think that's really, really awesome. And you may know or heard of the author Henriette Ann Clauser. She wrote a book called Write It Down, Make It Happen. And what she says is that when we write, it stimulates a bunch of cells in the brain called the RAS, the reticular activating system. And what that does is it actually signals to to our cerebral cortex in the brain to wake up and pay attention. So literally, when you are writing, you're telling your brain, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is important. And that's the process of writing. That's why it's important when people think about, well, should I write this in a Google Doc or should I put it on paper? I always say, put it on paper, because you're telling your brain it's important. So when you have your to-do list, you're going to pay more attention to it when it's literally in a notebook versus on a Google Doc, because your brain is signifying, oh, this matters. And then you're going to retain it. You're going to remember it more. And that's the same for your journaling. You're going to carve these new pathways. Isn't that cool? I love that. When you journal, another reason on this pathway is that it increases, well, it couldn't increase, but I would say it just accesses your innate gifts. And I love this because, again, I'm going to cite someone here. Her name is Judith Blackstone, who wrote Belonging Here, a guide for the spiritually sensitive person. She talks about the realization process, and this is what journaling facilitates. What she says is that this process leverages an individual's innate physical and spiritual gifts. She also says that when we use these gifts as entryways into both our human connection and with ourselves, in our innermost selves, our physical presence and engagement with others deepens. Isn't that cool? So when you're actually journaling, you're paying it forward in a way where you're going to be more present and accessing these gifts that are going to be more apparent for others as you're with them, not just for you, but for others. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting more excited. I just want to journal as I'm saying all this. So what are you thinking actually right now as you're hearing me? This is you kind of like interpreting, well, what would this mean for me? What if I do try this? What if I want to do it now? I hope you're getting as excited as I am. Okay, another awesome power tool is that journaling helps you develop more self-compassion. Awesome. I love that. Right. So knowing that you're with yourself in this moment, any given moment, and you can still journal a little bit on autopilot, but the idea is like when you're fully present for it, instead of having that day-to-day to-do list or something, you can be here now. Oh boy. And be here now. Anyone know this, this phrase, be here now? It was a book title. Anyone? Book title from the late Ram Dass. He wrote a book titled Be Here Now, and it was back in 1971. And I want to just read this to you because I find it very inspiring for myself. Just be here now. This is what Dass writes. Just be here now. Reflect on the thought that if you are truly here and now, A, it is enough, and B, you will have optimum power and understanding to do the best thing at the given moment. Thus, when then, meaning the future, becomes now, if you have learned this discipline, you will then be in an ideal position to do the best thing. So you need not spend your time worrying about then, right? Meaning the past. So that's from Ram Dass. That's a quote. It's in Pause the Journal. I'm reading it to you right now on page 3, if you've got it handy. And self-compassion to me is a window into so much depth that you can access, where we can build and bring in more self-care for ourselves and things like that. You can make more of your subconscious conscious. And who doesn't want to do that? So according to research, we have 50 trillion cells in our body, okay? 50 trillion. And your unconscious mind is actually meaning your subconscious mind, really, whether you call it subconscious, unconscious, it's 95%, it's 95% of the time on, meaning you're only conscious 5% of the time. So that's what we're working with from the ground up, okay? So know that you're already mostly subconscious, and this unconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind, which is why it's so present and available. And that's how we work in the routines, the patterns, the things we don't even think about 95% of the time. Your conscious mind's prefrontal cortex alone processes 40 nerve impulses per second, while 90% of your unconscious brain processes 40 million nerves impulses per second. Whoa, so that's 40 nerve pulses on the frontal lobe versus 40 million nerve impulses per second. It's basically I don't even know, like 10 million times faster, basically, in your unconscious brain. This means obviously that we're ruled by our subconscious behaviors unless we do something about it. Your journaling takes that into account so that it takes inventory when you're writing in what's going on in your head, but it surfaces insights to your subconscious brain you otherwise wouldn't have. Whoa, like newsflash, what amazing information is that? So there you go. Those are some amazing reasons why it's a power tool. And remember, my friends, you are limitless. You can use your journal as a power tool at any time and any day for you. You can dig deep and use journaling as a way to access that, right? And then I love this thought to know and write as if your dreams depended on it, right? As if your dreams depended on it. So what if your transformation depended on you writing down what's going on for you now so that you can process it and move into a new place? So good. Are you a journaler? Was this helpful? I would love to know. Leave me a message here. You can audio message me just your thoughts or journal about it. Maybe you journal about this episode. Hey, what a great idea. And have fun with journaling. It really is a way to intentionally write to create your dreams. And that's what I truly believe, is that all of us can reach our dreams, but we're blocking ourselves. And that's why none of us are really living our dreams. Probably you probably have some dreams that you would write down that aren't happening right now. I know I do. And it's because of my unconscious beliefs and the blocks that I'm always working on. So thanks, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to journal.